outstanding kids, welcome to another exciting ICT plugged activity class. Now, in this class, we are going to be looking at Sprite in action. In our previous class, we looked at making Sprite, in which we told us that Sprite is a graphical character on the screen that we can control and manipulate. And we were able to make a Sprite using the Make a New Sprite block. So after creating a Sprite, what do we need the Sprite to do? In this class, we will be looking at the meaning of events. We will be looking at examples of events and some importance of events and some blocks that we can use to control our sprites. Now, first of all, we should know that everyone has a special feature, even in this life. As a child, you have a special feature, something you like to do and something you may not want to do. Now, event is an action that causes something to happen. Any sprite that performs a task or that is able to carry out a function or an instruction do this with the help of an event. Just like you leave your class and go to the whiteboard and also return back to your seat. Event happens because a programmer has given it an instruction. And when this program are given to a sprite, the sprite works with the help of an event. Event tells a program when to begin or when to end a program. It is with an event that a program can perform properly because it knows when to begin and when to end. Event is very important in programming because it is an event that controls the sprites. Event works with behaviors, and event it's what tells the sprite when to begin and to end, just like as I have said earlier on. We have so many importance of events. Event number one helps to control the program, just like I have said, because it is with an event that the program can perform. First of all, it is the event that helps to start a program. It also tells the sprite when to begin and when to stop. In as much as the sprite will want to continue and do something again and again, it is the event that tells it when to begin and to stop. Events make it possible to create programs that are interactive. It is with the help of an event that a program becomes more interactive for the programmer. We have so many examples of events, but I'm just going to give us one. Now, if you look at the screen, you will see when up press. When up press. Now, the when up press is an example of an event. It means they tell you that when you click on the up button on your keyboard, what will happen? It will change the sprites to the size. So if you look at the change sprite block, it works. It is snapped to an event. It means when you press up, what will happen? The sprite changes its size by 10. So it means that the sprite begins to increase by 10. So like I said, it is an event that causes something to happen. And the event has caused the sprite to change its size by 10. Another example of an event is the time event block. Now, when the time event block is snapped, it means that it will change the behavior of the sprite after 3 seconds. The time event block helps to indicate a pause. We also have the behavior block. The behavior block, we all know, is an action that causes something to happen. The behavior. The behavior is an action that is performed continuously until you tell it to stop. And we have so many examples of behaviors. We have the move forward behavior. It means that when you snap it to your event, the event, the, the sprite will start to move forward. We also have moving north, moving south, etc. We'll go straight to our code studio now, where we'll be able to program using events to make our sprites perform an action. Welcome back. This is the code studio, and we are looking at the lesson 3 of the code studio, which is sprites in action. Now, the first lesson of this code studio says read the code, then make a prediction. So look at this code. The first one here, we have the background color, which is green. Yes, we have it here. The sprite is a ball, and the behavior here says begins spinning right, then begin move east. So what will happen? The sprite will just spin right. The sprite will just move east. Or C, the sprite will spin and move at the same time. Or D, the sprite will spin first and then move. So let's see, what do you think that will happen? Will it spin and move at the same time? No. Let's say the sprite will spin and then it will move because of the behavior we have here. So let's see what will happen. Okay, this one says quick review. In this lesson, we will be doing more with sprites and behaviors. First, let's practice what we learned in the last lesson. Do this. Make a sprite, set a sprite size, begin any behavior. So first of all, we want to give the sprite a beautiful background. So let's pick a fine background for the sprite. And they said we should make a sprite which is already a sprite. We have so many sprites here. Okay, let me just use this sprite. Now they say we should give it a behavior. So I'll first of all carry my behavior block. I will then change the sprites that is existing to the one that I want to use, and I will give it a behavior. Let's see, move is and looping. So let me click on run to see what will happen. Oh, there's one more thing we've not done. They say we should give it a size. So you see, I will have to give it set sprite size. I will change the sprite to the one I'm using also. Then go to the behavior, carry a behavior. Let me just use any behavior. Oh, you see, I did not change the behavior, the sprite's behavior. I just used any behavior. So now they want me to use the same sprite behavior. So it's moving east and then it's looping. So that's that for the, let's go to the next level. Okay, now this one says time events. Events make it easy to change what happens over time. As your program runs, use an, which is the time event block, to make the sprite begin a new behavior after some time has passed. So what they want us to do is to add an 3 seconds event block to our workspace. So I'll go to event, I'll carry the event block and I'll put it here. Then connect a sprite begin block under the event. So I'll go to Sprite begin block. Then I will give it a behavior. So let me just change this one. Let me give this one a better one. So this is our event. When it starts moving east, it will stop for 3 seconds and start growing. Let's see what we have done. If you can see, you see the time moving here. After it moves east, it will stop and start to grow. Yes. Key events. This one says events make it possible to create programs that are interactive. Use the when pressed event block to change the sprite's size, position, or the costume rotation when the user presses a key. To do this, add a when key pressed event block on your workspace. So I'll go to event and I'll carry the when key press. I can put it anywhere. Then say connect a change block under the event. Let's look for a change block. Okay. Okay. So let's change it to change the size. To okay 10. So you say when we press the arrow key, let's see what will happen. I'll click around, I'll press, say when you press the up arrow key. So I'll press the up arrow key and see what happens. You see, the sprite is getting bigger because the size, I'm increasing it by 10. Are you seeing it? So if I press the arrow key, because of the event I use when press arrow key. Okay, this will be the last that we're going to be taking in this class. It says switch behaviors. If you want to switch from one behavior to another, you need to stop the old behavior and begin the new one at the same time. You can use a new block to make sprites stop their current behavior. So what they want us to do this, run the code and see what happens. So I'm going to click on run to see what happens. It stopped after moving east for 2 seconds, but there's nothing that happens. It's just there because there are no other events to add to it. So I'm going to add more block or more events to it. Okay, then I click on run.